Okay, we're going to talk about the flinch draw. The flinch draw is designed to get your head offline, allow you to draw from your holster. We're going to cover both standing, seated, and on the ground. So if Jeremy's a subject and he's drawing a concealed weapon on me, if I just draw my weapon, right, and I back up, I'm still in the line of fire. So what we're going to talk about is how do I get my head offline and shoot quicker. We'll do this from a couple different angles. So the key point out is that if Jeremy's drawing, I'll change my angle here so we can do it. If he's drawing here, I want to get my head offline, and I'm going to shoot at an upward angle so that I'm able to move my head offline and put accurate rounds on while I'm moving. So the key point on this is when you start to practice is you need to be able to get your head offline and get your upward angle. The upward angle is critical because, one, I want to move my head. In fact, we'll move right here, so that if he's right here, you'll see that if he's pointing at my head, right, I want to get as far offline as possible to put my rounds on. All right, we'll do it from another angle. So again, he's trying to shoot generally for my head, right? So as I get offline, I'm going to be able to do an upward angle that will, one, mitigate the likelihood that my round's going to miss and hit another innocent, but also it increases my movement a little bit quicker. So let's look at this kind of at a little bit more realistic speed from a couple different angles. So even if I'm in my interview stance here and he's drawing, right, I want to be able to get offline quickly, right, and move offline. So I can return to two-handed shooting once I move, but I want to move my head quickly offline and get it. So let's try it from another angle here.
Okay.
So as he's drawing, again, duck my head down, bring it up, shoot, move offline. If he's really close to me, so I'm here, he's starting to draw, I can even deflect to shoot, right? So he's drawing, I can deflect, and I can shoot from this direction too, right? So this gives you multiple options, but a couple ways you can train to increase the head movement is that I can have Jeremy put his arms out in front so that as I go underneath, it's forcing me to duck my head down before I draw and shoot. So it gives him a chance, so we'll do it from a different angle here. So now, you're going to notice that it's quicker than if I go to my support side. If I go here, you notice I have to bring my gun all the way across the body, right? A one-handed draw is going to be quicker. It's going to be easier to put on target. So as you're practicing, judge for yourself, which is faster, right? So we'll have him come over here. So again, as we're moving, I can go here, and I'm just practicing, right? When you go the other way, you're going to be a little bit more off balance, right? You can see it's harder to get my gun on target. So if you have the preference, moving to your support side is going to be quicker. A couple other things about shooting, a human target. So let's talk about if I'm trying to shoot Jeremy and I'm moving sideways, if I jerk the trigger here, I just missed, right? I'm not even hitting him, right? If I'm going a little bit more angular, because the gun is actually in line. So here, it's in line here. But as I'm moving, look where my head's at. That's still in line with what I'm doing. The benefit of having the gun out of a cant is that if I jerk the trigger, I have his entire body to jerk the trigger on. Here, I can jerk it off. It's only maybe going to hit the peripheral. If I'm going for a headshot, it's already off the head. If I go here, I can miss, but it'll still go downward. So things to think about, both standing, on the ground, and seated. So we're going to revisit the flinch draw from standing so we get a little better top view, and we'll do it from a couple different angles. So if we're here and Jeremy's drawing, I need to be able to get my head offline. Right? All right. So the key is, let's back up just a little bit there, is that as he's drawing, I take a step not sideways, but at an angle, like a triangle step. Draw the gun at the same time, not waiting until you get to position, right? Right, whoa, get the gun out. Now, if you have a hitch up like that, continue through, because that will happen. If you do the tug, get it out going. If you have a new holster, make sure you work on it. So one more time here. Right, move offline, and one more angle. Let's see, let's go this way. Yeah, and move this way just a little bit. Move as fast and as far as you can, and also be aware of where your partner's at, because you want to make sure you keep out of the crossfire, because if you have two officers moving, they can move into each other's path, so this consideration. All right.